think we're live now, Kayla. We're doing this.
Hi.
Welcome to JK Games, a gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode
Or you like a good challenge.
This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Happy Valentine's Day!
You were trying to sing a little bit in that intro, Kayla, and I cut you off like a big old fat loser, so I apologize. I normally get carried away with the intro and the diddle daddles of that.
I love it.
And I should have gave you.
We're here for it. I should have gave you this.
I should have gave you the stage. It's Valentine's Day. I need to be a more loving person, and I'm not.
Oh yes, you are. We feel the love today. JK Games podcast, everyone. Love is in the air. You know, if you're here with us, this is a safe place. If you don't have a Valentine's Day, just come hang out with us. You know.
Yeah, we could be your women for the evening.
Yes.
That sounds sort of weird, but
to my aha.
Which
it's
I'm having
water.
this like strawberry lemonade sparkling water, but I don't like them. I actually hate them. It sort of tastes like a margarita, which she might like. Why does she hate that? But it's supposed to be sparkling water, so I don't want it to taste like a margarita.
Oh,
not good. Have you had this brand? Kayla?
I haven't had that brand.
Spindrift. Don't get them. Ugh.
I haven't tried that one.
I'm just drinking it because it's all we have left, and I needed a carbonation, so. Mm-hmm.
That's me. I am, post soda addiction, so sparkling water is my saving grace.
Yeah.
Aha is my
I like
choice.
those bubblies.
I haven't really had much bubbly. Aha is like my safe go-to. If you are in the chat, drop your favorite sparkling water. We're totally off topic, but that's fine. Well, if you're new here, my name is Kayla. I am one of your hosts.
And I'm Jerica, your other host, and like Kayla said earlier, oh no, Kayla's a little frozen. Oh, there she goes.
There we are.
You're here. Okay. Like Kayla said earlier, it's Valentine's Day, so thank you for joining us and hanging out with us on, love is in the air, which, what does that look like, Kayla? Love in the air.
It's like a cloud of, what do they say? Okay. Twitter painted in the Disney movies,
You know what I always said? Twitter painted.
Twitter painted.
How is that? What is it? Is that the right way? Because I always.
No, it's Twitter painted. It's from Bambi. It's from.
I know, and I know that, and I say it all the time. And Audrey's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, we walked outside, and there was like some deer outside one day, and I was like, "Ooh, look, they're Twitter painted." And she's like, "What?"
That's from Bambi.
I was like,
"Come on now,
it's
Audrey."
from Bambi.
That's
Twitter
funny.
painted.
Anyways,
yeah, okay, that's what love in the air looks like.
Yes, it's just
animals in the forest.
The people singing,
making out. Animals. So those bunnies over there kissing.
We figured today we would, we have a lot of news to talk about actually today. Some really exciting news for me, and I know some for Jerica too. But our main topic today is actually going to be just that. We're going to talk about romance in games. We're going to talk about our favorite video game couples.
Wow, chicka wow wow. Going to Pound Town.
Hey,
I don't know.
Don't worry.
Know why I said...
G-rated. No, probably like PG rated,
I'm going to talk about Mass Effect, and there's a lot of that in that game, so I can't wait to dive in.
We're talking about
wait for a new Mass Effect.
We're going to talk about what is it like romance options in games? Like how does that benefit games? Like what do we want to see more of? That sort of thing. We'll dive into all of it.
You know what I want to see more of?
What is the really quick flash forward term? What is the game that you told me? Is it Cyberpunk that has genital editing options?
Yeah, it does. And I was pretty shocked, but also that's sort of nice. They added that in there. There's more options for the gals, apparently. I don't really remember that part, which is surprising because I feel like I would never forget that. But I guess, I don't... Someone had to do some studying on that, and had to look at different types and things and shapes. I was disappointed in the lack of options for the men, because I feel like there was only 3 options. I feel like there should be 250, Pokemon,
Yeah, gotta catch
I don't
them
know.
all.
There's probably 900,
Oh my gosh, you guys have to watch this is going to be on YouTube. Unfortunately, our last episode is not on YouTube, but it's okay. You can listen to it on podcast.
I forgot to hit record.
There was a lot going on last week or 2 weeks ago. But yeah, so that's what today looks like. We're going to talk about news and we're going to talk about that. I would love if you're watching live, be involved in the chat. We have a lot of responses from our friend group that we're going to talk about. Your favorite couples. So let's just dive right in. Jerica, do we have some housekeeping? Oh, let me do our loadout really quick first.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so if you're new here, Jerica and Kayla, hi, nice to meet you. Today we got lots to talk about. So here's a quick rundown. We do easy mode, which is where we talk about what we've been playing this week, what we've been doing, any movies, books, all that kind of jazz that we've been doing. Then we have our normal mode where we talk about news. Couple things to cover today, some big things to cover. No pun intended. Next up, we got expert mode, which is what we were just talking about. It's going to be our, romance and gaming. What does that mean? What do we like?
Twitter painted.
And then that is all for our loadout. If you want to follow us over on Instagram and Twitter, it's at JK Games Podcast. Now everything is at JK Games Podcast. Our Twitch, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook. We actually have a lot of people on Facebook, surprisingly. And if you want to email us any questions, comments, or concerns, just email us at jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on. I've heard it helps. I don't know that to be fact, but
yeah, that's what all the other podcasters do.
That's what they say.
Even the successful ones. So,
well, speaking of, Jerica.
Oh yeah, I guess we can. I think this date is finally solidified. Oh, am I still frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. I think the date is now solidified. Time frames, I don't know for sure because of a time zone thing. But I guess just me. It was going to be Kayla too, but she's going to go on vacation.
Sad.
And do her thing, which is sad. And we couldn't get the date moved around, but it's okay. But I'm going to be on with Greg Miller from Kind of Funny.
Yeah!
On March 11th, I believe. Kind of Funny community. He does, I guess one of the fundraisers they do, like for their anniversary streams, they hit a certain threshold. Like he was like, I'm going to bring some people in from the community up on the show, spend some time and get to know other podcasts within the Kind of Funny community. So I am going to be talking to Greg Miller by myself now.
It's going to be great.
I was hoping Kayla would be there too,
so sorry.
but I can't wait to just chat with him and make weird sounds. Hopefully talk to a few ATMs because that's what he does, and that's what he does more than that. But that is a highlight for me, him talking to an ATM.
Yeah.
If you ever watch Mr. Robot, that guy is a hacker and he apparently talks to ATMs. Not really, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. Hopefully we get some new members to our community. And if you know who Kinda Funny is, or if you don't, you should check them out. That's really what got me sort of started in doing this podcasting stuff. But yeah, I'm excited.
It's really exciting. So you guys support Jerica. Sadly, I won't be there, but I will be there in spirit.
Maybe I'd put like a little picture of your face, like also.
I would love that.
Somewhere on, like maybe like coming out of my shoulder.
Not the nose.
Just sitting there.
Not the napkin of my nose picture.
Why not? That'd be awesome.
What would be really funny is if you made a background where I'm like peeking over your chair or something. That would be so
I think
funny.
that'd be perfect. I could do that. I could do easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll make that happen.
Like when our friend Josh, when he made the background of his, like your background, that was really funny.
Oh my god, that was really weird.
That was really funny.
Sort of trip me up.
So yeah, very exciting things. We're really excited for that. I feel like we had something else. Right now I'm not exactly sure when this episode will go up, but we should be going live next Sunday. So put that on your calendars.
Yes.
We'll of course put it on Instagram and Twitter when exactly, because we're gonna give you some Horizon first impressions.
Ooh, because it comes out Friday. Ooh,
Jerica, are you
That's
excited?
Me. I'm so excited because I posted this on Twitter. But I usually read a lot about new, especially first-party PlayStation titles that are coming out. I read all about them. Usually I spoil myself with some things. Even The Last of Us Part 2, I got freaking spoiled because I just can't keep myself off of Twitter and reading about stuff.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've really went in hard on not getting spoiled by anything on Horizon, the next Horizon 2, Forbidden West.
Forbidden West.
I muted everything on Twitter, so I don't really see anything about it, and I've only watched the first trailer. That's all I've seen of it. So, other than, like, light reviews, I know nothing about this game. So, can't wait to get into
awesome.
that. Yeah.
Well, what have you been playing this week, Jerica? You play anything new?
You know, just still playing Destiny. I basically have beaten Destiny, sort of. There's always something to do in it, but you know, the grind is over. I made it. I have until next Tuesday to get all the stuff done because that's when the expansion comes out.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily I got everything done that I needed to, so I'm in a good spot. I do need to get through some bounties and start hoarding bounties and not turning them in, because if you just hold on to them and then turn them in after the expansion comes out, you level up a lot faster and get a lot of boosted XP. So I'm like holding off from turning in all these quests basically. And I don't have any. Like, I have not done any of that. So I've been turning them all in. So I have 0 bounties completed, so I need to hop on and do that. But other than that, like, other than Destiny, I hopped on Dying Light 2. I downloaded Dying Light 2 for the old Xbox. Friend of the show just kept saying, hey, it's one of the best games ever. Play it, play it. He even bought me the first copy. And I played it a little bit, but then as soon as I started playing that, the new one came out like a few days later. So I couldn't, I was really tempted. I'm like, ooh, I want the new one. I want the fancy, new game. So I downloaded that and started playing it because I've never played Dying Light before. And you would think I would get tired of zombie games. But Kayla, I'm just always like, ooh, we don't need any more zombie things. Like when Days Gone came out, oh, I don't need any more zombies. Like, I'm like the biggest Walking Dead fan, and like every zombie game I feel like I play. So what am I doing, Kayla? I'm lying. I'm lying to everybody. I guess I'm a huge zombie person. Like, I love zombies. I'm gonna say it. I love zombies.
We should do a ranking zombie games show.
We need to, because like I always say, oh, we don't need another zombie game, and then here I go playing it, and I really like it. And there's not really a lot of people out there that are watching The Walking Dead and excited for part 2 of the last season, but it's me. I'm going to be watching it.
You're like the one person that's held on.
Yeah. I enjoy it so much. Dying Light 2, definitely a unique game. I've never played anything like it. Like, the first thing that comes to mind when I started playing it was like, what's that game that the parkour lady? It was an EA game.
Left 4 Dead?
I have to look this up.
No, that's not.
No, it's not. It's not a zombie game.
Okay.
Hold on.
Did you play Left 4 Dead?
Yes, of course, Kayla.
Zombie games.
I play all the zombie games. Even though I say I don't want them.
We need to have an episode ranking zombie games. That would be kind of fun.
I'm looking this up. Hold on. Mirror's Edge. Whew. Okay, so the reason why it reminds me of Mirror's Edge, if you know anything about that game, it's got a lot of parkour in it, and that is Dying Light's bread and butter, is parkouring across buildings, hopping on pipes and swinging around. Not like Spider-Man, but like, you are a professional parkourist.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's the thing with this game. There's no guns in this one, I don't think. So you don't have like any weapons to shoot the zombies. You're just like picking up random things like pipes, baseball bats, and like it's first person. It's first person. So you're just like, parkouring all around, picking up pipes and hitting zombies. Which at first was a little parkour. Well, it's just different. Like, I've never played a zombie game like this before. But there's like a day and night cycle. It's a huge open world game. I love that too.
Yeah.
So I'm just like swinging around, running around, jumping on buildings, going into the forest, having a good old time, running away from zombies, and just hitting them with pipes. And there's also like bad people in the game that have really weird dialogue things that they say that usually make me laugh and take me out of the moment. There's definitely some cheesy dialogue in this game. But ultimately,
For
it is
sure.
very fun. It is very fun to play. Very fun to play. Like I said, nothing like I've ever played before. I can tell this game is jammed. Like, I think a story came out maybe like 2 weeks ago before it came out that the game's like, there's 500 hours worth of content in this game. So,
Holy
like, I don't think,
shoot.
am I ever going to finish it? Probably not. But I definitely just going to keep picking it up, playing, leveling up my dude, and picking up more weapons and upgrading those things and get better at parkouring. But yeah, so far so good. I enjoy it. It's pretty decent. It's not a bad game. I had more fun with it than I thought I was going to have with it. Once I got some of the controls down.
Nice.
So yeah, Dying Light, and then picked Halo back up, started playing it, and then I just realized like how hard Halo is. Like, what the heck? Why is this game so hard?
We should play together. I want to play together and stream that. That would be fun.
Definitely get into some multiplayer with you. But I picked Halo back up and played around with it. I got a new TV, Kayla. I haven't told you this. I upgraded the old TV, so I've been playing all kinds of stuff so I can see what it looks like. I got an OLED. We upgraded to an OLED TV. Never had that in my life, and oh my god, it's gorgeous. Everything looks so pretty. In preparation for Horizon Forbidden West.
Nice.
Plan on playing that on the OLED later this week. But yeah.
Cool.
I think I summed up everything I've been playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Arkham Arrow said Left 4 Dead meets Assassin's Creed. Does that sound?
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Sort of like, and that, I'm glad you brought up that point because it's a different type of parkour. Like, literally, if you've ever played Mirror's Edge, that's what this game reminds me. Those zombies. I don't know which game does parkouring better. But if you watch some like gameplay of Mirror's Edge, I was like immediately like, this is the first thing I thought of was Mirror's Edge when I started playing it.
I haven't been playing too much. I have tried a couple of things. I'm still learning my PC and playing a lot of things on Game Pass. So I started playing a little bit of Gone Home. Have you played Gone Home, Jerica?
Yes.
Okay. So it actually is really funny. It gives me, I just also recently, I talked about this last episode, I finished What Remains of Edith Finch, and it actually really reminds me of that right now. Mm-hmm. The general, like, overall vibe. I know it's only a couple hours long, but I had to stop, like, in the middle of it. But I love, like, you have gone home, you're, like, searching this, like house, and it's kind of creepy. There's, like, thunder and lightning and storm happening. So I'm really liking it so far. I haven't gotten it really into the meat of the story. I know it's like you're exploring and trying to find clues about, like, I think you left and, like, went to another country, and now you're coming back, and, like, your family's gone, and, like, you're just exploring through this house trying to figure out what happened. And you're also listening to, like, diary entries, which is cool. I love, like, mixed formats in games, like when you get, like, a little bit of, like, different stuff. So I think that's fun. And then I also tried for the first time ever Valorant. Have you played Valorant, Jerica?
Oh, no, but it's on my list to try it.
So I played with a couple of our friends of the show, and our friend Brian, like, taught me the ropes from the beginning. It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, like, everybody's really good. And second of all, it's a different type of shooter. So you have to be completely still to shoot. You can't move and shoot in this game.
Huh.
You can, but it's like you're not accurate if you're moving while you're shooting. You kind of have to stand completely still. And, like,
weird.
It's very strange, but it's fun. It's like a...
Okay.
The overall objective is it's free to play also on PC. I don't believe it's on console. But
that's a Riot game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's character based. It's kind of similar vibe-ish to Overwatch, which I've also still been playing a good bit of. Where it's, like, character based and you have to, like, unlock characters. There are a lot of people spend a lot of money on, like, flair in this game, and, like, you can buy, like, points and stuff like that, but it's not pay to win, so you can't, like, buy things to make you better. The Bourbon State said Valorant is tough. I would agree. I think I got pretty okay at it. I was making some kills, but definitely not as, like, it's also very long. I believe there's 13 rounds in the game.
Whoa!
I think it's 13. You play, like, defensive and then you play offensive. And the loot is you have to pay, like, you get currency in the game. and you get more currency the better that you do. Bourbon State said it's CS:GO meets Overwatch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's first to 13.
What a combo.
Yeah, it's first to 13, and it can take it like an hour a game. Yeah. It's really fun. The stakes are high. You die, and you don't respawn. So it's like, and it's, the turns are like objective based. So you get like this bomb that you plant. If you're on like the attack team, you're planting a bomb. I think you would really like it, actually, Jerica. You plant a bomb, and then you have to defend the bomb and like not let the other team defuse it. Or if you're on like the defensive team, you're trying to prevent them from planting the bomb. And I think it's 5 players. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I think it's 5. We had a really good time. We played with 3 of us, and then the other 2 like random. I don't know. I really liked it. I'm definitely going to play more and try to get better at it. I'm also like learning keyboard and mouse for the first time as well. So I think that just made it a little bit more difficult. I have a controller, but I'm wanting to try to learn how to do keyboard and mouse. I'm getting better at Apex, which I'm really excited about. Oh yeah, late from lunch is in the chat. Oh. But yeah, really like that a lot. Just playing more of that. Played some Overwatch. Trying to think if I started anything else. Not really. Oh, I did want to talk about, I totally forgot about
literally
this.
downloading it right
Apex's
now.
new season started. Yeah. They're doing...
I actually watched the new character introduction. I forgot her name, but she looks awesome. I love her super.
Mad Maggie.
Mad Maggie.
Yeah. So I don't have the new character, unfortunately, since I had to start over, sadly, on my PC, so I didn't get to bring all of my stuff over. So I don't have her yet, but there is a new game mode called Control, which is a little bit chaotic, not gonna lie, but I really like where Apex is going with like these new and like innovative like styles for them, like for a free-to-play game. So now it's like a control point type of thing. You have like 3 or 4 different, like you have like A, B, and C, and so your goal is to like own more control points and like rack up more points than the other team. And it's 9 versus 9. And so that's really cool. I really liked playing that. It does feel a little messy, but I think it feels like a lot because there's a lot of stuff going on, and that's different for Apex. Whereas Apex, Battle Royale, you have 3 people on a team with teams of, I think there's 60 people total, but the map is like super spread out. This is more condensed and more like a wood area. But what's cool about this mode is you respawn instantly. You have to respawn like on a point that you own as like the team, so you can't just spawn wherever. But I definitely think it's worth trying out, especially with like it being free to play. They're adding more stuff, which is super cool. Yeah, that's about all I got. So I'm trying a lot more things, which is fun. So cut to me 6 months ago, where literally all I played was Apex.
I know, like branching out and inspiring me. I downloaded. I'm gonna download Valorant.
Yeah, you need to play with us. I think you'll like it. It's very intense, and so there's lots of moments where like, oh, it's just you left against the whole team.
Oh God.
Yeah, and so you like.
I don't do good under pressure.
Oh, it's okay
in those situations.
And then
God.
like it's character based, so like each character has like different abilities, which is cool. So yeah, let's get into our news. Our news.
We have a lot this week.
Yeah, let's go. Let's dive in.
Okay.
We'll save.
I did add.
Let's save the direct
a few
for
things
last.
in there. Okay, we'll do that. I did add a few things in there. Kayla, you definitely. Let's see. What should we start off with?
I don't know.
Well, it's not updating on my end.
No. Do you want to start out with reviews for Horizon Forbidden West?
It's not showing up for me. The links.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Oh, there they go.
Okay.
Here. It just took it a minute. And it's like, okay. Yeah. So, hot off the press, Horizon Forbidden West reviews have went up. If you didn't know, people in the business of reviewing games get copies early so they can play through it and write about their time with that game. I'm not going to go into any of the details of any of the reviews that are out there, but I actually put in a link for Metacritic just to see where it's currently at.
Yeah.
And right now it's sitting at 89.
Hey, look at that pick that I got. Ooh.
How many points does it get? Did it give you any points yet?
Let me check. I don't know if it's actually up yet. I think it has to be on the release date. I think. I don't know.
I gotcha. Well, just gonna scroll through some of these outlets that did talk about it, but Twinfinite gave it 100. Horizon Forbidden West is a spectacular sequel to one of the PS4's best exclusives. Its narrative is one of its strengths, with unforgettable characters and twists and turns that maintain a solid pace throughout. And its combat has been expanded on, adding in new weapon and ammo types to make eliminating machines and humans as immensely satisfying experience. All of this is wrapped up in a world that feels more alive and meticulously crafted more than its predecessor, with visuals and animations that bring the special blockbuster feel Sony's exclusives are now known for to PS5. So that's one. I'm trying to find some more. Some people out here didn't give it 100.
The Kind of Funny review it?
They did. They gave it a 5 out of 5.
Ooh, okay.
Which they have like a new little review system thing they're doing now. It's not like an actual review thing, but some kind of number to put on like, is it good or bad? Pretty much. So it's a great game. Game Informer gave it a 93. Let's see. Easy Allies gave it a 90. I'll read theirs real quick. Horizon Forbidden West is a long game set in a huge world, but it earns that massive scope. The length is bolstered by performances as unique as the faces that bring them to life, and a topical story that remains compelling throughout. The big map is stacked with small icons, but it all leads in the same direction as you cross expansive hostile terrain towards a threat that the game never stops hyping up. Aloy's I can't use this word right now. Yeah, her dialogue can get redundant, and there's some other minor distractions, but the rest of the game is so excellent that none of that matters much in the end. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's a potent evolution of the first game's strengths and enthusiasm put in every element, from its distinct creatures to its signature combat, always shines through.
Wow.
So, and there's like tons of reviews in here back and forth. It does seem like they couldn't have the game couldn't be worse than the first game. Not saying the first game was bad. It was actually excellent. Just for Guerrilla's, like, Guerrilla Games is known for Killzone, and them stepping outside of like a first-person shooter to make an open-world third-person game is a leap in itself. So like, just knowing that with the first Horizon they made such a blockbuster, that's why I'm so excited for this game, because like everything that they wanted to do probably for the first one, they're able to add some of that in with the sequel.
Yeah.
And I've heard like some other bits of things, because like Horizon, the first one came out like the same time Breath of the Wild did. So it was like in the shadow of that, and it sort of was unfair because Horizon was such an awesome game, but it was being like I said, in the shadow, and not like compared, but like you're obviously playing Breath of the Wild, and then you're like, man, I go back to Horizon and I just can't climb every mountain.
Yeah.
That feels really weird. It sort of stinks.
It's like a parallel sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, so I just feel like it came out, and like the first one just didn't come out at a good time. Everything was going to get overshadowed by Breath of the Wild. But luckily, Breath of the Wild 2 did not come out at the same time as the sequel.
That would have been rough.
This year. So it's sort of got its own pedestal to stand on now.
Yeah.
Other than Destiny that comes out in a few days, but they're way two different games. But yeah, I'm super hyped for Forbidden West. It seems like it's getting really great reviews.
Woo!
The only downside that some people are wishing, like, apparently some of like the dialogue and like the stories can get a little tropey, which PlayStation first party games can sometimes do that. They sort of stick to the safe side and tell a similar story, which, I'm playing a game. I'm trying to have fun. Obviously I love a great story. But yeah, so like I can't wait to see what I think about it personally. Because I liked the story in the first game. A lot of people, some people liked it, some people didn't. Pretty mixed. Like, was that great or not?
Yeah.
Was it like the most earth-shattering story in the first game? Not really, but like it was very interesting.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see if they like hone in on a few things because like obviously this is if you've never played Horizon, did you play Horizon the first one at all?
I did. I actually did not finish it, but I got really close to finishing it. I still have it.
Okay.
I got to the part where I think it's close to the very end where she's in like it's been a long time, where she's in like the arena style part. I got really frustrated because it was really hard. And
it's hard. Horizon's not an easy game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just, like, I think I remember telling you I downloaded the DLC and I was going to play it and I just could not hop in and play. I was, like, getting destroyed.
Yeah. We got lots of hype in the chat, though. A lot of people are excited. Oh, hey, J-Boo said said Forbidden West hype. We love that. Yeah, I played it and I really liked it. I liked the way that the gameplay was. I liked the story. I need to watch, like, a recap since I technically didn't finish it.
You should watch a recap and then watch the ending.
Okay.
So that way you know what happens. Yeah. There's a little, I think it was after credits. There was something like one little detail they added in there and you're like, ooh, cliffhanger.
Okay.
Definitely a cliffhanger.
Okay.
That was just like, oh, I love that back then. I was like, oh, this is going to be years before we get
When did it come out? When did the first one come out?
2017.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while. So I'm so excited. I just can't wait to see where they take the story because the story is really unique and like the game is unique in its own ways. It is a third person open world game, but like Aloy is such a cool character and the robotic dinosaurs in the game is like they're crafted so well.
And
even from the first trailer
it's
we
unique.
saw it is. It's like what the heck is going on here? Why are these robot dinosaurs roaming the like it obviously takes place like years and years and years, 1,000 years later in the future, but like everyone's living like in the Stone Age with these robotic dinosaurs, and Aloy has a connection to this technology, and it's just like they treat technology sort of like
magic,
like magic almost, like, and they have their religions based on like this weird robot, like this weird technology. They think it's like gods and stuff. So
yeah. It's
cool. Like, if you've never played Horizon, definitely take a look. I encourage anyone to play the first one before they dive into the second one. But, new and shiny. It's hard to say no to that.
It's true.
Can't wait to see how the controls do with the new controller.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ooh. Hey, maybe it'll convince me to get back my PlayStation. I haven't played on my PlayStation in a long time, Jerica.
You're gonna have to. That's the only place you can play it right now.
Yep, there you go.
Well, this is gonna pull you back in.
Yep. Tell me about what is this Lost Ark phenomenon that you have?
I don't know what it is. I put it in here because everyone's talking about it.
Yeah, so
I'm sure Late from Lunch can tell us all about it. I feel like he would know about this game.
Yeah. Really guest star in the chat. Tell us about this Lost Ark thing. I'll read the article really quick.
Not that he plays these certain games. I feel like he's in the know with the new online games. Okay.
So this is from Forbes. What is Lost Ark and why is it suddenly the most popular game on Earth? Interesting, because I have not heard of it.
I love the writer of Paul Tassi. He's a writer for Forbes, but he writes about The Walking Dead and tons of Destiny content. He is the Destiny guru when it comes to news for Destiny. I love that he also wrote about this game.
So, Late from Lunch says, I'm not playing it, but it's a Korean MMO that just got brought to the Western audiences. And then JTH Kong said Lost Ark is awesome. Tell us a little bit about it. What do you like about it in the chat? So Lost Ark just had its official free-to-play launch yesterday, and as a result, not only blew away its previous player count on Steam, which was already impressive, but it has landed itself a spot in gaming history. Wow. As of yesterday, Lost Ark has the second highest concurrent player count ever on Steam. Dang. The move to free-to-play after paid Founders early launch more than doubled its 500,000 initial peak. Wow. Which is already in Steam's top 6. Now, here's the list. Number 1, PUBG, of course. 3.2 million. Number 2, Lost Ark, 1.32 million. And then CSGO at 1.3 million. Dota 2 at 1.29. Oh, interesting. Cyberpunk 2077 is at number 5.
There you go.
1.4 million. Interesting. Yeah, so interesting. Okay. Let me see. It's possible it passes that again today, as sometimes Sundays trend higher overall than Saturdays. It's just when we're reading the article. What exactly is Lost Ark, and where on earth did this game suddenly come from? Valid question. Unless you're extremely plugged into the gaming industry. Not really. This is, hey, gaming news we care about.
Yeah.
I can understand how you might think Lost Ark came out of nowhere, but to be a surprise mega hit, though not even knowing what Lost Ark was before this, I'm still blown away by these numbers. Lost Ark's secret is that it's not really a secret, is unlike many games, the launch marred with pervasive technical issues and unfinished economies and end games. Okay, this is a lengthy article.
You don't have to go through all of it.
Yeah, so basically, to Late from Lunch's, what he said in here, it is originally a Korean MMO that has just now been brought to us. So it already had a following, is what it seems like. Oh Hey Jebu says it plays a lot like Diablo, tons of collectibles and plenty of content. Sounds cool. It's free.
Kayla, maybe you should download it, try it, since you're a PC gamer now.
Yeah, it is free. Might as well. I'm not gonna download anything right now while my Wi-Fi is already being
don't
jank.
do that yet. I paused Valorant from. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Valorant.
Oh, excuse me, Valorant.
As a professional PC gamer now, I think it's Valorant. Okay.
Okay. Let me get out of here. Let me go. I'll see myself out.
I might stream it and embarrass myself at some point. Okay, cool. Let us know again in the chat if you've played this, if you like it. What do you think? So, Jerica, I need you to explain to me some of these things you got in the news.
What?
We got.
I found some really good articles.
Yeah,
because it's Valentine's Day and we're all Twitter painted.
Yeah. Well, maybe before we dive into these relevant articles to our main topic, let's maybe go ahead and dive into the direct. Do you want to dive in, Jerica?
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you reminded me. Yes.
Before we go into that, because it's kind of tied in. The next two articles we're about to read are tied into our romance expert mode. So first of all.
You kick it off, Kayla. Just kick it off.
Kick it off?
Oh, I didn't even do that on purpose, but...
The time has come, everyone. The time is upon us.
This is probably the most hyped I've ever seen Kayla about a video game.
I am Death Stranding Jerica level hyped right now.
Oh, man.
That's where I'm at, Okay. So, if you guys have been on this podcast, can you hear me?
I was going to say, you're lucky that Nintendo didn't, just put out a lot of vague, artsy trailers for 3 years to make you wonder, what is this game for the game you're about. You're lucky that didn't happen.
I am lucky. They just put
it out there. I wish that would have happened with Death Stranding. Just been like, here it is. This is what this is, and it's coming out this year.
Really quick before I freak out, I have a couple of we have a couple of things in the chat really quick. So Late from Lunch said with the recent Final Fantasy XIV popularity and New World, a lot of people have been looking for a new MMO to play. I think that's why it's been so popular. Oh Hey JB said, I love Lost Ark. Only downside so far is that I've found is that the classes are gender locked for now. What? Huh.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Maybe that means you can only if you select a female.
The warlock is a dude and the sorceress. I feel like are warlocks and sorceress the same thing?
That's the male.
The titan.
Yeah.
The tank is a lady. Maybe that's what he means.
Okay, sorry. So we have I don't know if it's considered a remake or a remaster.
What?
The new Mario Strikers Battle League.
The thing is, I thought it was just a brand new game.
I think technically it is, but it looks like there's a lot of. This is why I'm so hyped. Okay, it looks like they're bringing a lot into this game, that looks very similar to the original game, which is really exciting for me. Because the original Super Mario Strikers on GameCube is one of my favorite games of all time. If you're new to the podcast, I have been talking about this for forever. I've wanted a remake forever, or a reinstallment.
Yeah, you've talked about it. I'm like, I wonder if it will happen.
Whatever it may be. What I had been saying, especially when what's it called, 3D All Stars came out, I was like, well, let's do a sports pack. That didn't have the best launch. I know it was kind of iffy. But what if there was a sports pack with strikers, baseball, tennis, I don't know. They already did tennis. No, that was golf. And some people are a little worried because golf didn't do super well, I don't think, or at least like there was some complaints about golf. But I am so excited. I get the name mixed up. Hold on, let me read the name exactly because I get too excited. Okay, Mario Strikers Battle League. So
Okay.
that was the highlight for me. There's a lot in this direct though that we have to cover and it came out of nowhere. They announced it like 2 days before, I think. Right, Jerica? Something like that.
I think so. Yeah, it was. Usually they don't put too much space in between announcement, and here it is. Here's the direct.
Play Along Pod said stoked for the new Strikers. Fantastic. So excited. Hold please. Hold on. Lost my place. So Mario Strikers is returning with Mario Strikers Battle League. This 5 versus 5 soccer game with no rules. Features Mario characters and will allow up to 8 players to compete on one Switch. Much like Mario Kart, Battle League will let players use items and activate special shots to help them secure victory. Mario Strikers Battle League will be released on June 10th, 2022. Not like super far away, so I think that's a good amount of time. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed. I would love for it to actually, that'd be a great summer game, you know?
It would.
And so what's really cool is you can play, like it said, like up to 5 people on one Switch, which is really cool. They have some like online capabilities. There's like leagues you can be in. And like there's a lot of cool stuff and it looks very similar. It's made by the same people, which is nice. So the art looks very similar. And if you don't know what this game is or you didn't play the original, it's Mario Soccer, but it's like it's Mario Soccer, but you can use abilities. Each player has their own like super basically, which is a really cool animation. I just really like the way it plays. I feel like it's really fun and I think it'll be a really fun co-op game. So my dream has been answered. They listened to me.
It's here.
They listened.
They listened to Kayla.
Now I need to manifest Ape Escape remaster.
I feel like it's also coming. It's a matter of time.
My weird random games, and then I need a new Viva Pinata. That's what I need. And I need a Sonic Adventure 2 Chow Garden separate game redone.
There we go. I could dig that.
Yeah. Okay, so what else was announced? Let's see. Jerica, do you have any standouts that were announced? There was a lot in this direct.
I mean, I think I'm most hyped for the new Kirby game.
Yeah.
The fact that Kirby can now like eat pretty much anything is really interesting to me and is a selling point.
Yeah.
Just seeing Kirby put his mouth around that entire car, really, it sold me. That's all I had to see. I'm like, cool, I want this Kirby Forgotten Land game. I want it real bad.
It looks really good. I think I'm gonna get it.
It's like go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to read the chat. Oh, hey, J-Boo said they could also bring back tennis. Yeah, that would be cool. Tennis wasn't as big for me, but I think it was fun. I played it. And then Late From Lunch said Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Excited about that.
Oh, yeah, that got announced, too. Never played any of those games, but I know the hype is real and people love them.
Yeah,
so.
I haven't played it either. Also, Mario Kart DLC. 48 new tracks.
I think someone tweeted, I forgot who tweeted, it was like, this game's like years old.
Yeah.
And it's also still getting DLC, which is wild. But they're jam-packing a lot of DLC into this. Like 48 new tracks is insane.
Yeah. There's some cool ones like Coconut Mall, Choco Mountain, and Tour Tokyo Blur. So like some OGs. And it's going to be $24.99, which is kind of steep but it is 48 new tracks.
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty good price for what you're getting.
You basically get another game.
Yeah.
Like a new Mario Kart
It's
game.
exciting. I need to download this for the Switch. I only had it for the Wii at the time, which is funny. Isn't that crazy? Like this same game came out for the Wii.
That is pretty crazy to think about.
Right. Or no, it's not the Wii. It was whatever was I've already forgotten before.
Wii U?
This game came out. Yes, yeah. Wii U. I guess it still counts as a Wii.
Yeah.
The Wii U. Almost forgot about that guy.
I didn't actually have that one.
I only got the Wii U for Wind Waker. That's my big next. That's what I want to come out of a Nintendo Direct. I want another Wind Waker like port for the Switch.
So another thing, Chrono Cross remaster announced for Switch. Did you play that, Jerica?
Nope.
Radical Dreamers Edition. I don't know much about that.
I know it's got. Huh? Oh, go ahead.
I said I don't know much about that, so I can't really elaborate. You know it's got what?
Sorry, I don't know what I was saying,
Oh.
so just ignore me. Just keep going.
Play Along Pod said, yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has made me want to finally jump into this franchise. Oh Hey Jobu said No Man's Sky on the Switch. I forgot that's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
I think that would be a fun Switch game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost like, if you would have said like, yeah, let's play No Man's Sky on the Switch, I'd be like, okay, that's been there. That just makes sense.
I didn't know that either. Crazy that they were actually able to get a port of that game to run smoothly on Switch. We'll see. Hopefully so. Hey JB is excited because they didn't know Chrono Cross was announced. There you go. You learn something new every day. Another thing I'm super excited about, Jerica, Nintendo Switch Sports announced, and it's a new take on Wii Sports.
I know. It's surprising that also took them this long. So I know that's a big space in every Nintendo fan's heart that needs to get filled. So
yeah,
definitely gonna be fun for parties.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be awesome. I loved playing it on the Wii. They need to bring back the board. You know, the little
the Wii Fit.
Yeah, the Wii Fit. So fans of Wii Bowling will be happy to know Wii Bowling was my favorite. First of all,
the bowling was great. I love the tennis.
We're gonna have bowling, tennis, chimbara, which is swordplay, soccer, badminton, and volleyball. Additionally, the leg strap accessory found in Ring Fit Adventure can be used to kick a virtual ball. That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
That's coming out April 29th, which is awesome. Free update post-launch, including one that adds golf. Nice. What else do we got? Remake of...
I am excited. Portal 1 and 2 is coming to the Switch because that's one of my favorite games of all time.
Never played it.
I don't know if you ever... Oh,
yeah.
You should definitely try it on the Switch or your PC. You can download it there. Okay. I love Portal. I hope for a Portal 3 one day. It's sort of in the same realm of Half-Life 3. Like, I don't know if it'll ever happen, but Portal is amazing.
A lot of our friends have told me that I would like it.
Yeah, I literally have the portal gun in my background right here. It lights up, and it does not shoot portals, unfortunately. I have to pretend.
Nice.
Very cool game.
What else? I think that's it. All the big things. Portal 1 and 2 will be released on Switch later this year. Didn't give a date. Star Wars The Force Unleashed announced for Switch. Crazy. It doesn't look great. Not gonna be lie. Does not look fantastic. I love Force Unleashed. I know, big fan, but I don't think it looks great. It's April 20th is when that comes out. Disney Speedstorm Racing looks fun. That's really it. Well, a lot of random things and some big drops. Wii Sports, Strikers, Portal, all kind of stuff.
Kirby eating cars.
Yeah.
You know?
That was just another trailer, right? We already have info on that, but they dropped another trailer. Mm-hmm. Okay, Jerica, kind of moving into our expert mode, sorta. Tell us about these voices you got here, and you got any funny stories?
You know, so I found 2 random articles that sort of posted up because it's Valentine's Day, but like, what are some Valentine's Day video game articles? And luckily there's some really creative people out there that wrote some things.
Yeah.
This first article I wanted to pull is actually from Destructoid, and it's written by Noelle Warner, but it's like, here are 7 sexy video game voices that make me swoon. So
here we go. Here we go.
Any excuse to simp? Am I right? So it's another Valentine's Day in quarantine, which means it's another Valentine's Day alone for a lot of us. This was written. Okay, some people are in quarantine still. That's sad. Some people are not. Cool, but if you still are, there's also, you can find a home here. This lady talks about, what do we have though? We have access to games. And that got her thinking about her sexiest video game characters, and more specifically, what she thinks are the sexiest video game voices.
Nice.
Anyone can create a hunky beefcake or busty blonde of a character model, but for me, so much of what makes certain video game characters sexy is their voices. So here's just a quick ranking of this lady's top video game sexy voices. Number 1 is Meg from Hades. I think a lot of the voices from Hades are sexy.
Yeah?
Like, all the characters are, and then their voices are just top-notch.
Nice.
The voiceover is really good in that game. So, Meg from Hades. Booker from BioShock Infinite.
Okay.
Voiced by Troy Baker, known for, his role as Joel in The Last of Us. Garrus from Mass Effect, and I can definitely agree with this one. Garrus has a very unique voice. Garrus is a Turian. He looks sort of like a bird dinosaur alien guy from Mass Effect. A big hunk of sexy space man. So Garrus made the ranking. Chloe from Uncharted, so definitely can see that. Ooh, this one's also a good one. Great voice. Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
He's got a good country voice. A little raspy round, yeah.
Ooh.
Grit.
Next. Grit. Ooh.
I always
Lady really Dimitrescu.
Thank you, Kayla. Yes, I agreed. Not only is the height thing a thing, her voice is actually very sexy. Like the tall vampire lady to pick me up and talk to me, as well as stab me with her fingernails, her long fingernails.
For her 2 minutes that she's in the game.
2 minutes, yeah. Boxer from Transistor. Never played that, but that's the last of the list here.
Okay, cool. Let us know in the chat what you guys think. Sexiest video game voices.
Any sexy video game voices out there you just can't stop listening to. So, and then, that was the first article I found. I found another one that, not as goofy, but like if you're here and you're like, wonder what I could play with, like, if I went on a hot date, but I wanted to play games instead of going on a hot date with somebody.
Like tonight.
Hey girl, you want to just come over and play video games? Or maybe you already have a significant other and you're like, I want them to play games with me. Jess Joho from Mashable.com actually put a list together for 21 of the best video games for couples. I'll go through this list pretty quickly. Okay. Actually, I'll start at number 10. That way the list is there's a long list here. Let's see. I'm going in the wrong direction. Hold on.
It's all right.
Number 10, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a fun one.
Minecraft.
Okay, interesting.
This one's a good one because me and Kayla. God, I have said Kayla. I've said every woman besides my actual girlfriend, so I hope she's not listening to this. I have ruined Valentine's Day. That tends to happen when I hang out with people. I start calling them by my cousin's name and random names. There's a lot of jokes in here, but I'm just gonna. Me and Audrey played this game, the Dark Anthology, or the Dark Pictures Anthology, which are like Until Dawn. Remember Until Dawn? It's like scary games that you actually have to like pass the controller back and forth that like makes you play different characters, and that's really fun. You're on the edge of your seat. It's pretty, you have to watch somebody like watch their character die a lot. It's really entertaining.
Yeah.
Until Dawn would actually be, that's the next game. So Until Dawn, if you're looking for a game to play with your friends, loved ones, a group of people, Until Dawn is it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. You played Until Dawn, right?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Good game. Game. Never played this. Watam?
That seems right. I don't know. I've never played it either.
Overcooked 1 and 2?
Yeah. I love Overcooked. Me and Hunter played this before. This is kind of funny because it also is stressful, so you could get in a fight, but it's fine.
Well, basically, because not only is it just a fun game to play, it's actually a game that's going to test, can you guys communicate well?
Yeah.
That's always... It takes some good teamwork and communication.
Yeah. It's hard.
Which can sometimes lead to an argument, Mario Party Superstars?
Yeah. That's always really fun. I feel like you need more than 2 people, though, for that one.
Yeah, you need a party.
Yeah.
Maybe get multiple couples over.
Yeah.
Heave Ho is number 3.
That
Never
looks
heard
cute.
of Heave Ho. 2, Spiritfarer.
That's multiplayer?
I guess. Did not know that. Yeah.
Cool.
And number 1, of course, It Takes Two. So
I still haven't played that yet.
Literally requires 2 people to play.
Yeah.
So, there you go. There's a list of games that you could play with that sexy person in your life.
Yeah.
Or maybe that sexy friend in your life.
Or just a platonic, that's fine too.
They don't have to be sexy.
Right. So, Oh Hey Jabu said Viper from Valorant has a sultry sounding voice. So maybe you can be the judge of that whenever you start playing it, Jerica.
I'll listen to it. See what I think.
All right. Well, we're already in here. Let's dive even more in. Let's really get in here. We're going to talk about our favorite couples in this last little bit.
In video games.
Jerica, yes. How do you feel about romance in video games? Do you like having options? Do you like when it just leads you in the direction of like where the game wants it to go? What do you prefer?
It depends on the game. That's a good question. A lot of times, you just hope everyone's been in this position before. You're playing, this character and you get to know other characters in the game, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I really hope they get, maybe I could see them getting along. I could see them going on a hot date. Wonder if they'll end up doing that. And then come to find out it's like, linear story. You don't have control of the narrative, and that's not what happens.
Yes.
So it's like a direction that happens in games, and that's fine. We can all have our little,
but what is fun is when you get to pick too.
Yeah, so in a lot of games, a lot of RPGs, you get to sort of choose your own adventure, and immediately I just think of Mass Effect, like being that game where literally you're introduced to tons of characters on your crew as Commander Shepard, and a lot of them will just like throw themselves at you. They come in strong. If you start talking to one or more characters, like they pick up on that and they're like, hey, you're gonna have to choose. Do you like Caden or do you like me? Like you got to make a choice here. And then some characters in Mass Effect don't care if you're in another relationship. They're like, that's fine. They're cool with that. So Mass Effect's a funny one because there's so many options, and really just get to follow your heart in that game,
Right.
Or you follow other things. Yeah, that was a sex joke. Guess it didn't land as hard. That's another one. No puns intended. Here we go. Yep. I'm here all night, folks.
You're breaking up a little bit. Sorry. I feel like I'm getting you like after the fact.
No one probably heard any of my jokes.
No. Another one that's a good example of like you can pick the romance, very different than Mass Effect, but Stardew Valley. You get a ton of romance options, and you can get married, which is cool. I haven't gotten that far.
I gotta tell you though, I saw this other girl's video on Twitter that sort of inspired this conversation with me about Stardew Valley, but also Stardew Valley people in that town really piss me off because, like, I feel like they need a lot of random shit from me. Yeah. And I'm like, I know.
What are you giving me?
What are you giving me? Because, like, yeah, I think you're cute, and, like, maybe we should get together, and you should move into my house and stuff, but, like, why do I have to go get these flowers for you? Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing for me? It's a lot of work, a lot of effort in Stardew Valley.
And then,
to find love.
You have to, like, find exactly what these people like, because you give them gifts, And then I'll give, like, someone this beautiful flower, and they're like, ew, this is garbage. Why are you giving me this?
And they hate it. Like, they're like, oh, this is a really expensive, this is a piece of gold.
Yeah, and they're like, nah.
You could use, nah, this is not what. I'm like, you could use this to buy, it's like a gift card. You can use this to buy anything,
Who doesn't love a gift card? We have Guns versus Kittens said it's like that in Dragon Age Origins as well. Did you play that game, Jerica?
I didn't play Origins. I did play Inquisition a little bit, but yeah, BioWare games. There's always going to be some romance options. Listen, if you never played a BioWare game, you should definitely play one. They're all great in that realm of possibilities as far as like finding love in a game. You'll find it. It's there. There's a character to fall in love with, I promise.
Oh, hey, Jabu said Cortana and Master Chief. There's definitely something there.
It's funny because, a friend of the show also said that too, mentioned that to me earlier today, and I was looking up, like, lists online of, like, other outlets have put out lists of like best video game couples of all time, and consistently, Master Chief and Cortana are brought up. You know, and Cortana's an AI. Cortana's an AI, but they have such a good relationship. Something happens in the game, and I can't really remember the specifics, but don't know how that turns out. Because I don't know, is Cortana the same Cortana? I don't know. I'm a little confused with that right now. But it's tough, you know, being in love with an AI. You know,
but that's
rough.
Hard
to, I mean, she might get a virus, and you might have to wipe her and reset her brain, and that's like, do you ever get, like, that's sad. That's really sad.
Yeah. Late from Lunch said Witcher 3 has like 7 or 8. I guess he means romance options.
Well, Geralt is just... He's a lady. He is.
That's a sexy video game voice.
It is. Yeah, sexy video game voice, sexy video game man.
Yep.
Keep your options open when you're trying to kill monsters. Yeah.
So, Super Cooper said Master Chief and Cortana for the win. Okay.
Yeah. Popular romance couple in the world of video games.
Let me do a quick little, like, just overview. So we did ask our friends in our group chat what their favorites were. I have a couple of responses from you guys on social media as well. Hold on one moment. Here we go. So Cody C., Crumb Dog Millionaire, has been on the show before. He has a couple, and he also has a blog, so you can follow his blog. We love his blog, all about gaming things. So this is basically a short blog post. He said Nathan Drake and Elena Fisher from Uncharted.
Yes,
and the reasoning,
also very good one.
Reasoning being, you don't usually get to see two characters go through the process of becoming a married couple in games that often, and they did that across the 4 main games. And then this one's, I gotta be careful because I haven't played this game, but Chloe Price and Rachel Amber in Life is Strange. This one I don't want to say much because I don't want you to spoil it for you. I have not played this game, so be careful in the comments.
Don't spoil Life is Strange for Kayla, please.
Yeah. Josh of the show said best FromSoft couple, Cookie and Cream. What?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that
saw
means.
that and I was like, I'm sure it's some kind of joke. Maybe. I don't know what that means.
Oliver said Diddy and Dixie Kong.
Cool.
Their love made one of the best platformers of all time. All right. What else? Let's see. Kyle said Dom and Maria from Gears of War.
Don't remember much. Haven't played that game in a long time.
Let's see. Josh said Sonic and Amy.
It's great, gotta go fast.
Kyle said, oh no. Yoshi and Birdo. It's a good one.
I didn't know Yoshi had a love interest.
You've never seen
Where's Yoshi?
Birdo?
Is Yoshi dating?
I don't know if Yoshi's male or female either. What are they identify as?
Is Yoshi dating though? Like, I had no idea.
Have you never seen Birdo before?
No, I don't. This is news to me.
Birdo.
I'm sort of sad because I don't want Yoshi to date. I don't want him to.
You've never seen Birdo before. Look it up.
Nope.
Moving on. Oliver said, I guess it depends on your criteria, but James and Mary from Silent Hill 2.
Surprisingly, I never played Silent Hill 2.
Oh, you didn't? Huh.
Nope.
Master Chief.
I saw that one like mentioned in a few rankings as well.
I'm sure we'll talk about Commander Shepard at some point. Josh said Commander Shepard and Garrus.
Yeah. That voice. And those mandibles.
And then we have a little switch 'em up here. We have one of our friends said The Last of Us Part 2, Ellie and Abby.
Definitely thought about it. Funny. I like the little comment he added about there's a lot of tension there at some points. Without spoiling anything, they there's a lot of pent up tension between those two. Could have solved a few things. I don't know.
Gunzer's Kitten said Geralt is just Western Kairu from Yakuza. All the ladies want them. That's funny. All right, Jerica, what are some of yours? Give them to me. Top couples, gaming couples.
probably if I go back in time, like start at the earliest, like one of my earliest like ships, or like I loved seeing these two characters together. Funny enough, got mentioned from a friend of the show today, with me, and I had to agree, but it was Titus and Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Like
Nice.
I liked where their characters went and what happened. It was really sweet and then sad. That was my first like game like couple crush, and I'm like, oh, I hope everything turns out okay for them. So that was they made my list. One of my favorite couples. Number 2 was Chloe and Max from Life is Strange.
Okay.
I really enjoyed their dynamic. You'll find out more about that at some point when you play. And of course, like I feel like I added something else. I was trying to remember everything. I put it in the notes. Oh, yeah. I was saving one of the best for last. So, like, obviously, Mass Effect flipped my gaming head on its, like, it flipped it upside down. Because, like, I've never played a game where literally, and I've had this conversation before, where, like, your character can have, like, any kind of preference when it comes to ladies or men. And Femshep was one of those characters, like, literally any option with any character, but it was well written. Like, it didn't just feel like Femshep or Maleshep could just talk to anyone and go on a hot date with them and, like, lead them into the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. But, like, it was cool because, like, my Femshep was, like, attracted to women when I was playing through, so I was, like, made all those dialogue choices, and, like, there's a couple of pretty ladies on the ship, Kayla, and also some pretty alien women, blue alien women to be specific. Ooh. So, like, I am a big fan of the Asari. I think they're beautiful, fictional characters with tentacles on their heads.
Beautiful, stunning.
But they're so pretty, and like their species is so cool because they're all ladies, and they don't have to have anybody to like reproduce. They do it all like mentally. It's pretty crazy. Mass Effect's awesome. You should definitely play it. But Liara was definitely one of my favorite romance options in Mass Effect. Her whole arc is really good, in my opinion. How you get to know her in the first game is totally different, Liara, than the last game. And then, of course, like, my backup option, if I'm not romancing Liara, is definitely Garrus.
Yeah.
He's a very tall, bird-like dinosaur alien man.
Wow.
He's a Turian. But it's the voice that gets you. Like, I'm so glad he made that list because Garrus's voice is just like, he just almost purrs.
Ooh.
Like, it's just...
Ooh.
Oh. So if you never heard Garrus talk, look up Garrus Mass Effect Sexy. You'll find some interesting videos on YouTube.
I bet there's some fanfic out there.
Oh, there's a lot in the Mass Effect community. But Garrus is definitely a fan favorite. So is Liara. With a lot of people, whether you play Femshep or Maleshep, like both can be romance options.
That's
for
awesome
both
when
characters.
games do that too. So have the openness.
But like, of course, and this couple's on our list for both of us, but definitely Ellie and Dina are way up there on my list. Got a big poster of them on there in my room. But definitely a cool little. It's definitely, you don't have a lot of. It's almost like. It's hard to put into words. Like, I am excited for, like, having, like, gay romance in games, but, like, at the point where I just sort of want it to naturally happen. I don't want to get as excited. I'm like, ooh, it's in this game. I'm so excited. Because it's one of those things that are not in it as often, but it's becoming more of a normal thing, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought they did Ellie and Dina very well. It seemed very realistic, and
the struggles, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is done really well, and I like their dynamic, and they did a really good job. Obviously, Shannon Woodward is the voice actress in like motion capture for Dina, and I love Shannon Woodward. She's hilarious. She also streams. You should check her out. She does crossword puzzles.
Oh wow!
During the day, and you can like get in the chat and like help her out. I don't know if she's doing it has done it recently, but very entertaining.
That's so funny. They're definitely on my list too. I love them. I think that's a very like I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but like I love the journey of them and everything with that. So a couple of people in the chat said I don't know how to pronounce this. Cloud and Aerth.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a
yeah.
good couple.
Bowser and Peach are lovers.
Are they?
No, I don't think so.
It's sort of like Yoshi. Like, I didn't know Yoshi was dating, and I didn't know that.
Late from Lunch said no love for Squall and Renoa. Is that how you say that? Renoa? Actually, my favorite game romance. What game is that from? I don't know.
It's a Final Fantasy game. I forget which one.
Okay.
I forgot which number.
And then Guns versus Kitten said you would like Dragon Age Origins. The romances are very well written there, and also the female protagonist actually gets the best ones. That's nice.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Female protag plus Alistar is amazing. He literally won't let you sacrifice yourself at the end. Oh, that might be a spoiler. Psychonauts 2 has an awesome depiction of a gay relationship if you haven't played.
Okay.
I haven't finished, so I don't know. But I do love it so far. And then, Late from Lunch at Final Fantasy VIII. Okay, cool. I didn't really have too many. I have a couple that you didn't mention. Mine are kind of more recent.
Yeah.
I have Ellie and Dina, of course. I have, actually, this one might need a little explaining. But,
okay.
Slight Resident Evil spoilers. But Ethan and Mia,
Yeah.
Come on. They've been through a lot.
They have.
They push through, and if you play the game, they really push through. So I gotta hand it to my guy Ethan.
And Ethan's such a great dad.
Yeah,
who wouldn't want to shack up with him? Because he is always losing a hand for that baby.
Yeah,
he is committed.
Okay, one that I think that you might have forgot about. I can't remember. I think you did play this. Bug Snacks. Lisbeth and Eggabell. Oh,
awesome couple. Yes.
There's a lot of good couples in Bug Snacks, though.
There is. Like, I didn't expect that to be in the game. Like, I didn't expect that much, like, in depth, like getting to know all these little, I forget what they're called. These critters.
Yeah.
They're called something specific in the game. But the community in Bug Snacks, like, I didn't expect to get to know each and every citizen as much as we did, and they like have there's like some married couples, there's girlfriends and boyfriends, and like I was just like, this is awesome.
Yeah, there's like marital struggles, there's grief after losing a partner. Like,
it's sort of sad. I was like, that game got sad at times. Bug Snacks is a serious game. It's not about the bungers coming out of nowhere and stuff and hitting you.
Wasn't there DLC that released?
I think you froze up a little bit. There she is.
Oh, hi. Wasn't there a DLC that released or is coming out?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, is it out? I don't know. But something got announced, yeah.
Yeah. That's really all I've got. Oh, wait, is there any romance in Destiny?
I love that you brought that up because, yes, apparently Osiris and Saint 14 are a thing.
Ooh.
Which is really cool. I think the narrative, one of the writers for Destiny actually wrote about that. Like, yeah, this is a thing. I don't know where that's at right now because Osiris is not really himself. It's been Savathun, and until we get her worm out, Kayla, until we get her worm out, like, I don't know what's going on with this Osiris or where he's at. Like, where is Osiris? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I was just
gotta get Savathun's worm out next week.
Next week? Yeah. I hope you stream some. I would love to watch you play that.
Yeah, we will. I'll definitely do that.
All right. I can't think of anything else. I didn't really have too many. I can't really think of any from like my younger days, like that I was shipping for. Well, I was a simp for Shadow in Sonic. He's
a bad boy hedgehog. I like a bad boy hedgehog.
Yeah. Oh, hey, J-Boo said yes. OMG, how can I forget Osiris and Saint 14?
Yeah. God. Osiris also has a great voice. They both do. Saint 14, like,
Yeah, and then we also Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The classics. And if we want to go real classic, Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man,
I mean, yeah, that's where it started.
That's where it all started. That's really all I got. Do you have anything else you want to add, Jerica? Anything else relevant to the Happy Valentine's Day, the romance, What do you want to see out of romance options in the future? Anything?
I can tell you this. One thing, obviously I've been on this Arcane train, so I'm really hyped up about this show because, like, yes, there's two ladies in the show, and obviously, like, I played the games, I'm familiar with some of the characters, but they really never went in, like, depth with, like, some of these characters, and, like, Riot's been putting out, like, some, like, art for League of Legends, and it's, like, including these two ladies more and more. Like, they're definitely a couple. They haven't went out and said, like, they are a couple, but sort of like Overwatch, and because Overwatch, there's Tracer, and she's got a girlfriend in one of the comics. I remember hearing about that in the news, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Oh, what is it?
I can't remember, but regardless, I'm really excited to see where Riot takes that storyline, because obviously they have the hots for each other. If you watched Arcane, they're definitely wanting to bang, as they say. As Shepard says in Mass Effect, we'll bang, okay? He doesn't actually say that, but there's like these videos on the internet where someone does voiceover and it's Shepard saying, we'll bang, okay? Shepard's always, bringing people back to their bedroom on the Normandy.
I have to play it. I really need to get to it.
Okay, Kayla, so, like, you need to put down, like, on your calendar when you can start playing Mass Effect.
Well, I want to stream it, so I gotta get my stream stuff set up.
Okay, let's figure out that, and, like, let's get that going, because you are missing out on one of the best stories of all time. Sci-fi stories of all time, promise.
I have access to Game Pass where it's free, so I want to try it, and I want to stream it.
It's been updated, it's beautiful. It's gonna be great.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, hey Javu. Yes, Arcane was awesome, and there's a cliffhanger, and I cannot wait till they see what they do with that dynamic. Kayla, you gotta watch Arcane so we can talk about it, because, like, I want to talk about season 2 with somebody, and, like, there's things to talk about. There's problems that have arose. I don't know. There's problems that happened after season 2, and you're like, or season 1. What are they gonna do in season 2? Who's gonna be mad at each other now? How are they gonna work through this trauma? I don't know. It's a lot of trauma in Arcane.
Oh,
a lot of trauma.
Oh my gosh, Jerica, me and you, we're not gonna talk about it here because we're already out of time. But Yellow Jackets, we gotta talk about that too.
Finished it.
Woo!
Great show. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Also another one that I'm just like, I need season 2. There's a hole in my heart that I need to fill and get some answers, so.
R.I.P. Laura Lee. Got a spoiler.
Laura Lee, she tried.
She really did try her best. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate, we had a lot of engagement on Twitch with you guys, your responses. I really love just talking to you guys. So if you're listening on the podcast after the fact, thank you. We hope you can join us live next time. And if you are listening to the podcast version, we also have the video version. We will have it on YouTube as well. So whatever way you wanna watch us or listen to us, we'll have it available. So don't worry. All right. And if you were watching on the live stream and you didn't get to watch the whole thing, you could go back and watch the beginning on YouTube later. Whatever you want to do.
Yep, because I recorded it.
Good job, Jerica.
I'm good at doing stuff. Yep.
Thank you so much. They said, yay, fun episode this week. Thank you guys. We really thought this would be a fun Valentine's Day thing, because why not,
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See you next time, guys and gals. Hope your night's full of love and banging.
Oh.
That's what Shepard says. Well, dang, okay.
Yeah. Bang energy drinks. Bye.